I want the members of the House of Representatives to know and the members of the Senate to know that in 2 weeks, assuming that we adjourn in 2 weeks and our work is all done, this issue is not going to end. This issue is going to persist through the elections in November, and for the Senate, it will still be persisting through our elections in 2020 if action is not taken. Those of you who've been around the Capitol for a long time know that in the next 2 weeks there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. There is plenty of time left to pass legislation that will make a real difference. The criminal background check based on the permit to purchase process is one such bill. I want to emphasize it is not a universal background check bill. It does not cover family transfers. It does not cover a variety of 8 exceptions that are in there for specific circumstances, and does not cover all firearms. It does not cover the long guns that are commonly used in hunting, shotguns and rifles. But it does cover the AR-15s, which are the military-style assault weapons. It does cover all pistols, and those are covered in existing law if you're going to buy at least the pistols from licensed dealers. What's important about it is it closes the gap. It closes the loophole for transactions that occur at the gun shows or happen private to private or when persons meet online to make a decision to buy and sell either a pistol or an assault weapon. Those are huge loopholes, anywhere from 20 to 40% of all transactions happen in that way. You know, the Senate passed an education bill the other day which included background checks for all personnel in our public schools. Now, if I had introduced an amendment that said you can exclude 40% of the personnel in public schools from going through these background checks, do you think there would have been any member of the Senate would have voted for that? I doubt it. Similarly, we've got bills coming up that involve health professionals. We have existing laws that cover health professionals. If I introduced a bill or an amendment that said 40% of those who would otherwise have to go through background checks, if they work in an assisted living facility, they work in a hospital, in a nursing home, 40% don't have to go through the criminal background check, do you think anyone would vote for that? Are they going to allow people who have been convicted of assault, domestic assault of vulnerable adults to go work in an assisted living facility or a nursing home? Wouldn't they absolutely insist on taking the minimal step of a background screening to see if they've got a criminal record that would prohibit them from working in such a facility? Well, of course they would want that background screening done. But for some reason, they refuse to go forward with a background screening for the 40% or so of gun sales that happen in Minnesota. It just does not make any sense to me.